jazzy. You like it too, Baba, and you like Fali Pupa, and I know you love Trey songs, but you know the singing song. I thought as much you know, I do not blame you though. You wanna have them all, you know it's wrong, but the truth is that you're just an Oliver, 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 you just an Oliver, 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 you just an Oliver, 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 you just an Oliver. Why you come there shake shake bum bum when you know say you know get bum bum. Hey, oh yeah shake bum bum. 'Cause for this bedou you must need the bum bum, shake your bum bum, bum bum. You must need the bum bum, shake your bum bum, bum bum. You must need the bum bum, so the don don. You must need the gong gong, hold the don don. You must need the gong gong, so the don don. Need the gong gong. You must need the gong gong, so the don don. Need the gong gong. Oh, the don don, oh the don don. I know the don don. You must need the gong gong, so the don don. prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl, would you do anything for me? Buy a big diamond ring for me? Would you get down on your knees for me? Pop that pretty question right now, baby. Beauty queen on a silver screen, living life like I'm in a dream. I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. Sad to the core. Every day is a chore. When you give, I want more. I wanna be a god, 'cause I'm a prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl, fill the void up with celluloid. Take a picture, I'm with the boys. Get what I want, 'cause I asked for it. Not because I'm really that deserving of it. Living life like I'm in a play. In the limelight, I want to stay. I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. Going up, going down. Anything for the crown. When the lights dimming down, I spin around. 'Cause I'm a prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Got you wrapped around my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always
street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause you moved to West LA or New York or Santa Fe or wherever to get away from me. Oh, but that one night was more than just right. I didn't leave you, cause I was all through. Oh, I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell, because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-fly, hefty thing to hold love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me, the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. On the upside to a downward spiral, my love for you went viral, and I loved you every mile you drove away. But now here you are again, so let's skip to how you've been and get down to the more than friends at last. Oh, but that one night is still the highlight. I didn't need you until I came to, and I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell, because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-fly, hefty thing to hold love. When you move me, everything is groovy. They don't like it, sue me, the way you do me. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Are you excited? Isn't it lovely to be back at the Boodles? I'm Natalie Pinkham and I'll be looking after you this week. I mean, some of you may only be coming today. Hopefully you'll be coming for a few days this week. But we have got a fantastic lineup for you. And I'm told the players are right here. So please give a huge Boodles welcome for G.Dimitrov and J.Tipsarevic. And while they warm up, I'll tell you a bit about them, although you probably already know. So let's start with Grigor. He's 22, he's from Bulgaria. Little bit of gossip. I know it's a bit gossipy, but he does date Maria Sharapova. She's kind of hot. Okay, so the big match for Grigor this year, he beat Djokovic, world number 1 in Madrid in May. Sorry, I've just been interrupted, but it's Cliff. He can do what he likes, he's the boss. So I think let's introduce, before I tell you a bit more about Grigor, let's introduce you to the BUL girls and the umpires. The line umpires from Abto and from Wickham High School for Girls, the BUL girls. They are ready, they are on it. Are the line umpires going to join us? Please do, looking very smart indeed. Keep the clapping going, excellent. And the umpire is Jamie Crowson, you'll see him very shortly, but I'll just tell you a bit more about Grigor. So yes, he beat Djokovic in Madrid in May. It was an epic match. He described it as the match that he's been waiting for. He won Junior Wimbledon in 2008, and in the same year he won the Junior USA tournament. He's known as G-Force, or Prime Time. He's one of the most exciting young players of this generation. And the good news is, guys, he particularly likes dark and cloudy weather, so he'll be at home here at the Boodles. Let's hope it's not raining as well. Okay, on to Janko. Well, we've seen him many times here at the Boodles before. He's 28, he's from Serbia. He was, of course, part of Serbia's victorious Davis Cup side in 2010, which beat the Czech Republic in the final. He's been ranked in the top 10 for the last few years. He's currently 14th. He's a clever chap. He's been reading up on his sociology and psychology as well. So please Enjoy the match. I'm sure it'll be a great one, and I'll join you again afterwards to talk to both players. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hello and welcome to the BUL tournament. It is an exhibition tournament just before Wimbledon. Last chance for the players to get a little bit of grass court play under their belts before the third Grand Slam of the year gets underway. Really is a fun tournament. And J.Tipsarevic back again. Been here many a times. You may have just heard Natalie Pinkman introducing both of the players just a few moments ago. You may recognise her voice from the F1 show on Sky Sports. The tickets were sold out today, but as you can see, there's still a few spaces in the crowd. I'm sure as the day goes on, those seats will all be taken. Should be a really intriguing match, this one. Two very talented players, which has finished inside the world's top 10 the last 2 years. Finished 9th in the world both of those times. Not had the best of starts this year, though. He did have his 4th title of his career right at the start of the year, winning Chennai, beating Bautista Agut in the final. But I think most eyes will be on G.Dimitrov, and I'm not saying that just because he's a relatively good-looking fellow. It's because he's a real talent. Former world junior #1, won 2 junior Grand Slam titles, I should say, including Wimbledon, so he does have a history on grass courts. Also reached the semi-finals of Queen's last year, although he was knocked out in the second round to Leighton Hewitt just a week or so ago. Hence his ranking dropping just a little. Now ranked 31st in the world, but this was the first year that he was able to break into the world's top 30, getting as high as 26th back in May. As I say, Tipsarevic hasn't really had the best of years. He has played this tournament a few times and beat Andy Murray in his only match last year, and that helped him get through to the 3rd round of Wimbledon in preparations. Lost to G.Dimitrov in Monte Carlo, and has lost in his first round matches in a few tournaments. As you can see there, he's had a few elbow issues with his right arm. Retired a few times in matches, including a 4th round retirement against Nicolas Almagro at the Australian Open. Reached the 4th round of Miami, and 2 quarterfinals appearances at Bucharest and Munich. And got through to the 3rd round of the French Open, being defeated by Mikhail Yuzny. But before that, had exits at Dusseldorf and Madrid to 2 players out of form, Peya and Monaco. So, as much as getting some crucial grass court play, he'll be looking to maybe get a little bit of confidence ahead of the All England Championships. As for Dimitrov, this has been his breakthrough year, really. Reached his first ever ATP Tour final right at the start of the year, getting through to Brisbane before losing to Andy Murray in that final. Knocked out, though, in the first round of the Australian Open as well as Sydney. But reached the semis in Rotterdam, losing to Del Potro. Had that fine win over the world #1, Novak Djokovic, at Madrid in the 2nd round before losing to Wawrinka in the 3rd. As you can see there, these two have met 4 times before. Tipsarevic has won 3 of those, but it was Dimitrov who won their last encounter, as I've mentioned already, this year at Monte Carlo on the clay court. And you would think that the grass court should suit G.Dimitrov. You may have heard Natalie Pinkman mention a few of his nicknames, including Prime Time and G-Force, but another one was Baby Fed. It's because of the way he plays. Very stylish on the court is the Bulgarian. Got to the 3rd round of the French, did Dimitrov. To Djokovic, though, the Serbian able to get revenge for that victory in Madrid.
And if required, 1 set all, a 10-point match tiebreak. Dimitrov won the toss, chose to serve.
As you heard there, it'll be a match tiebreak if it is one set all. No ranking points on offer for either player here. It is purely about getting match fit and match ready and used to this impeccable grass court here at what is a quite sensational place to play tennis, Stoke Park. Been in many films as the hotel, 5-star hotel that is, double A rating. It's a tournament that's been held for 12 years now. Well, it's in its 12th year. The first tournament was held back in 2002. But yeah, you may have seen it before, the grounds in a certain amount of films. The likes of James Bond, Goldfinger, Bridget Jones's Diary, Layer Cake, Rock and Roll, Wimbledon, the movie.
Play.
So it's Dimitrov to get us underway first.
Forward!
Tipsarevic, he likes to flatten out on the forehand.
15.
Just holding the strap there on his arm. Hope he is able to play the entirety of this match. As I say, has had fitness problems so far this year.
Forward!
Love 30.
Dimitrov, who does have a very dangerous first serve. That's why I say his game should be suited to the grass. Very aggressive player.
Yes, it was. Good job.
You can tell there that Dimitrov stopped after his serves. Clearly thought it was way long.
Couldn't hear it, but was to see it actually bounce.
These matches here at the Boodles, always entertaining, and it started already.
15, 30.
Good honesty that from Dimitrov. No challenge system used here, but what with no ranking points being involved, players are often pretty fair to each other.
Forward!
The approach shot wasn't that tidy from Dimitrov, far too short, and a player of Tipsarevic's calibre is always going to either hit a winner or at least test his Bulgarian opponent. Still fiddling with that strap on his right hand side, just above the elbow. First tournament for Tipsarevic since the French, so he hasn't had any time on the grass courts, or match time anyway.
Advantage, Dimitrov.
Very popular player, particularly with the ladies. Dimitrov currently dating Maria Sharapova. Close out the game with the first ace of the match. Took his time. Takes the first game of the match. This is the first match-up for you today, here in Buckinghamshire, England, or West London, I should say. After this one, we'll have the runner-up from Queens, 2012 champion, Marin Cilic, defending champion here, taking on Alhaj Bedin, the 23-year-old Slovenian. That match will be followed by Santiago Geraldo and Sergei Stakovsky. Hit it. Good shot from Dimitrov. Composed point from the Serbian.
Nets for serve.
Doing well to get out of the way of that one.
40 left.
Wonder how many trick shots we may see today. They often come out here in the BUL tournament. Dimitrov already and enjoying himself.
Okay.
Excellent service game from Tipsarevic. Holds out to love. And a level at 1 game all in the first set.
1 game all.
Almost a famed single-handed backhand for Dimitrov. As I say, he is called Baby Fed. Or was used to be anyway. One of the reasons was because of that single-handed backhand. Many people comparing it to the 17-time Grand Slam champion. These two will enjoy themselves here on the grass court. They'll want to almost experiment with tactics and how to play on this type of surface. Terrific ball down the line from Tipsarevic. Very much a counter puncher, so you'd think his game is well suited to the Dimitrov attacking and forward-thinking approach. From Dimitrov, landing it right on the baseline. Still holding that elbow. I think it would be a little unsettling to have strapping around there.
40, 30.
This elbow, obviously, a very common injury. Don't see it too often in the pros. There's not a lot you can do about it, either a tennis elbow, other than rest it. Maybe Tipsarevic trying something new there. Missing it. It was a well-constructed rally by Tipsarevic. Certainly an interesting first serve from Dimitrov, the sort of thing you expect in an exhibition match. Not going for a first serve, just rolling the second serve in. That's what I mean when I talk about the players wanting to try different things and different tactics. Dimitrov will want to maybe just serve, second serve pace for a few of the points, just so he gets it into a few rallies on the grass court. Not only that, understands how to win points behind his second serve. So already some shots for the montage. Really is a fine lineup this year. Who's attending the tournament? Novak Djokovic, the world #1, is expected later on in the week. And also the likes of Thomas Burdick, Martin Del Potro, Charles Gasquet, the young Polish player J.Tipsarevic, also an entertainer.
Time.
Sam Querrey as well, should be along later on in the week. So really fine
Take your
lineup.
seats as quickly as you can, please. Thanks.
Go through the list of names that have played this tournament before, which is a who's who of tennis players in the last decade or so. Delicately rolled down the line with the forehand.
15 left. Out. 15-0.
Out of the 4 times that these are met, one meeting has been on a grass court. That was their first ever meeting, in fact, at Eastbourne. Tipsarevic in the quarterfinals there, defeated Dimitrov 6-3, 7-6. Way to the final that year too, before losing to Andreas Seppi. So it's can clearly play on a grass court, the Serbian. As I say, it does tend to hit very low over the net, can flatten out on the ball, Tipsarevic, so those attributes should suit a grass court. Well with the stretch volley there, Dimitrov. Didn't try and do too much with it, just guided it
40,
deep into the corner. Oh, what a shot that is from Dimitrov. Tipsarevic first to applaud it. Certainly was almost looked like a dangerous shot, if you know what I'm saying, but
2 games all.
got away with it. That wasn't the replay. Tipsarevic, though, winning the point. So 2 games all. Thought we might see some trick shots. That's the first one of the day.
Love 50.
Having said all this, these players are extremely competitive, so no matter what type of match it is, they still want to win it. Even just for a little bit of a psychological lift before Wimbledon, just in case they play each other.
$15. Nets first serve.
Out.
30-15. Nets first serve.
Both players hitting the top of the net. Tipsarevic has landed in, Dimitrov's didn't. So a
30.
wry smile from the 22-year-old. Not been comfortable behind his serve so far. Faced just the one break point.
Nets first serve.
One of the longer rallies of the day.
30-14.
Ends in a miss hit for Dimitrov, and it's a second break point of the match for Tipsarevic. Saved in fine style by the Bulgarian.
Deuce. Advantage Dimitrov.
You can see there the strapping coming undone already, which again I'm not too surprised about. The area will constantly flex and straighten up. Excellent depth from Dimitrov, and he is able to dig himself out of a little hole again. And hold serve for the third time in this match. We're still very much on serve in this opening set. 3-2 the Bulgarian leads. I said I'd run through some previous players who've played here at the BUL tournament, always being hosted at Stoke Park. Likes of Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras, Tim Henman, Marat Safin, James Blake, Andy Roddick, Goran Ivanisevic. There was the trick shot. Andy Murray, Joe Wilfred Songa as well. Always worth getting a ticket. There's also a ball at the end of the week. The BUL's ball, surprisingly. Some rather exquisite sponsors here. It is a high caliber event.
Time.
The mansion was built and designed, completed eventually in 1795 by the architect King George II, James Wyatt. The architect of King George II, I should say, James Wyatt. It really is a stunning place to watch some elite tennis. So Tipsarevic coming out serving 2-3 in the first set.
Love 50.
president here is Sir Matthew Pinsent, gold medal winning Olympic rower. Also a fantastic golf course in the complex, as you'd expect with a 5-star hotel. There we go. Don't think it was the nicest of bounces for Tipsarevic. He was a little slow getting up the court. Both players finding the funny side of it.
It's not the court, it's my footwork. The court is great.
Tipsarevic just saying that it's not the court's fault, it's my footwork. The Serbian who's winning the majority of the rallies from the back of the court, maybe as you'd expect. Dimitrov, a bit of an all-or-nothing player, likes to attack the point early on. Certainly think that Tipsarevic is better from the baseline. Certainly more consistent than his Bulgarian opponent.
Up here!
I'm not sure what he said. But wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but still got the job done.
40, 30.
Superb gets by Dimitrov there. Full stretch, just chiseling the ball back into court. And we go to deuce again. First time that Tipsarevic has been taken to deuce on his serve. Dimitrov has had to win a couple of service games at deuce, or from deuce, I should say. Oh, surprised he even reached that, Dimitrov. Can't believe he got the power he did behind it. Not quite able to get the control, though. So we remain on serve, 6 service holds in a row, and it's 3 games all.
3 games all.
Fall!
Controlled aggression there from Dimitrov.
15.
He's got a fine forehand when he rips through it. Depth from Tipsarevic, pinning Dimitrov to the baseline, or at least a few feet behind the baseline.
40-50.
Looks like it could be a bit more of a comfortable service hold this time for the Bulgarian. Trying to roll that first serve in rather than go for his big flattened out one down the tee. As I say, though, it might be because he's looking to try and gain a little bit of experience having to hit a second serve, wanting to deal with cheap points, which he knows he can get if he fires his first serve to what we all know it can be. But it's Dimitrov who wins a 7th straight service game. It's a 7th straight service game in the match, and it means the Bulgarians 4-3 up in the first set. So then, are we going to finally see a break of serve? So far, J.Tipsarevic has been pretty solid behind his first serve. Yet to face any break points. Taken to juice just the once, and he's serving with new balls. That may well help him out. 3-4. I don't think the ball could get much lower, both of these players hitting it literally millimetres over the net.
15.
Just about getting enough, getting backwards enough there. J.Tipsarevic for the smash. Kind of misreading that. Dimitrov, a little bit of impatience there from the Bulgarian. Trying to go big off a deep slice from J.Tipsarevic. Very tricky to do on a grass court. Ball obviously skidding low.
Ball.
Another comfortable service game for the Serbian. That one to love. 4 straight service holds for J.Tipsarevic, as there have been for Dimitrov, and that means we're 4 games all in this opening set of this opening match here at the BUL's exhibition tournament in West London, Buckinghamshire. As you can see now, it has filled out rather in the crowds. It was sold out. It's pretty tough to get a ticket, I think, for the rest of the week, but do try. Certainly worth coming down. Apologies for the language, but I think it's safe to say Dimitrov trying a trick shot there and not quite getting it right.
15.
Just lobbed it up in the air. Simple passing shot for J.Tipsarevic.
Liar.
Oh, so nearly made it. Best rally of the match so far, but we saw a through the legs shot from Dimitrov earlier on. Tipsarevic trying to outdo him there. Oh, and he wasn't far away, was he? Well, Tipsarevic read where the approach shot was going to be there. Just couldn't do anything with it once he got there. Decent body serve from Dimitrov. And he remained very much still on serve in this opening set. Dimitrov, though, now just a game away from taking it. 5-4 he leads. (1,500 seats in the stadium. That's what it's called anyway. And, no seat further than 8 meters from the court. Real, well, close impression they get of all the players, and it's very intimate here. Particularly close to the court. It's the ideal tournament, really, before Wimbledon starts. There is another tournament over in Hertogenbosch and Eastbourne. Other tournaments that the players could have played just before Wimbledon, but the danger there is obviously if you go all the way to a final at one of those events, you almost can tie yourself out before you play your first match at the All England Championships. Here it's all very relaxed. Tipsarevic, though, serving to stay in the first set here at 4-5. Dimitrov has barely had a foothold in any of the Tipsarevic's service games. As I say, taken him to juice once, yet to even be able to carve out a break point chance, though. For a second straight love service game for the Serbian here, 40 love. Dimitrov looking to stop that. I don't think that was an intentional return from Dimitrov. Again, an excellent body serve from Tipsarevic. And a lot of side spin on the ball there from the Bulgarian. Ready to take Tipsarevic off the court. So it won't be a love service game. It may not even be a service hold. He continues to miss that forehand. To close it out at the third time of asking. stays in this opening set. 5 games all.
5 games all. Love 50.
Well, I think Tipsarevic's shot may have been going wide anyway. I could well regret
Love 30.
trying to play that volley. Showing his flexibility off to the ground though. Very controlled slide, wasn't it? Chance here though for Tipsarevic at love 30. Dimitrov apologising to the line judge. Don't think it was intentional. Certainly hope not anyway. Well, Dimitrov misjudged the depth of that return from Tipsarevic. And the Serbian now has 3 break points. Remember, he's had 2 already in this set. Wasn't able to convert any of those. Can he convert any of these 3? Oh, that was an opportunity.
15-40.
Former world number 8. As he may not get another chance, particularly if this player can find the court in his first serve in the next 2 points. That's exactly what he does in the first one. Haven't seen too many big serves like that from the Bulgarian. Just the 1 ace so far. Saves all 3 break points. Puff of the cheeks from Tipsarevic. A little wild from Tipsarevic.
Advantage, G.Dimitrov.
Having saved 3 break points, Dimitrov has a game point. Finds the corner of the court though with that forehand. Really, you feel that, if anything, it's Tipsarevic who's probably edged this first set. It's been very tight. Nothing you can do about that though. Dimitrov ripping through the backhand.
Advantage, G.Dimitrov. Game, Dimitrov.
Just drifting wide, so Dimitrov is able to hold. Does well from love 40 and understandably see some smiles from the 22-year-old. He's now, again, just a game away from taking this first set. Leads by 6 games to 5. We may have heard before the match that Natalie Pinkman, the stadium compere, saying that Dimitrov's favourite weather conditions are cloudy. You often hear that. So he should be enjoying himself here, because that's exactly what we've got. Hopefully the rain will stay away, so we'll get a full day's play today. There's forecast a little bit of rain later on today, maybe this evening. Hopefully, it won't come until the matches are finished. That was a trick shot from Tipsarevic. So close to making it too. Coming through the leg shots from both players, but both of them losing the points where they attempted them. At least Dimitrov made his though. So Tipsarevic, having failed to take any of the 3 break points in the previous game, now serving to stay in the set again, rather than serving for the match.
15.
Or serving for the first set anyway. So J.Tipsarevic just looks a little bit more comfortable from the back of the court.
13.
Haven't really seen Dimitrov explode into this match like he can do. Seems to be just holding a little back. Maybe it's because it's an exhibition match. So 3 points for Tipsarevic to try and take us into a first set tiebreak. Oh, tried to be a little too cocky there, Tipsarevic. Got it very wrong. Again, Dimitrov chuckling away to himself.
What?
Oh, just missed it. But just a sign of the power that Dimitrov does possess on that forehand. As I say, it does seem to be holding something back.
6 games all, first set.
First time we've really seen him open up on that shot. So we are heading for a tiebreak then. Oh, what a shot that is. Shot of the match so far for me.
1-0.
Dimitrov's tiebreak record. 1-7, lost 7 for the year. 131, lost 34 in his career. Oh, well, it was a slightly late call. And having had all the break points in the first set in the games.
You were in the middle of this point when you set up.
2-0.
The point I was going to make is having had all the break points in the games. First mini break goes to Dimitrov.
2-1.
This tiebreak. Tipsarevic's tiebreak record for the year, not that impressive. 1-4, lost 5. Better in his career. Won 117, lost 105.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry.
3-1. Dimitrov.
Hey!
4-1. Dimitrov.
So 2 points successfully negotiated for Dimitrov behind his serve. Opens up a tiny little lead here. If he can get another mini break, then this first set will almost be his. Remember, it will go to a championship tiebreak if it's 1 set all.
You didn't see? Neither have I, sorry. You don't like my glasses or?
Always good banter between these two.
5-1.
First double fault of the match. It's for J.Tipsarevic. Could be a crucial one too. Dimitrov just 2 points away then from taking this opener. Maybe the banter in between first and second serve didn't quite help the Serbian there. Loss of concentration. Sure, he won't mind though. As I say, it's all about getting practice and points under the belt before these players head off to Wimbledon. Dimitrov, of course, will be hoping to be seeded there, being ranked at the moment 31st in the world.
What?
That'll certainly give him a better opportunity of going past the second round, which is his best ever effort so far.
6-1.
Another mini break, and it means it's 5 set points for Dimitrov. I think that's the scoreman just getting. I don't know, I thought he was changing the games already. A bit presumptuous. Oh, well, fine effort from Dimitrov. Certainly went for it. That's one of the mini breaks back. Needs 2 more. Tipsarevic, I thought that point was won. Didn't expect that chase from the Bulgarian. And there's another mini break, so maybe there is a glimmer of hope here for Tipsarevic. Still 3 set points for Dimitrov, but the next 2 will be off the Tipsarevic serve. From 6-1 to 6-4.
6-4. Dimitrov.
Well, is this going to be a huge comeback? Just the 1 set point left for Dimitrov. It is on his serve though. Oh, he's made it. What a way to do it. Best rally of the match so far. Could have put the short ball away with ease, but decided to entertain the fans instead. Just shows how little these players really do care about getting the W next to their name, particularly Dimitrov. Beautiful lob. And it is the Bulgarian who takes the first set by 7 games to 6. a few spare seats left now. Remember, this is the first match of the day here at the BUL Championships, the BUL Challenge as it's known. Following this one, we'll have the 2012 champion of the tournament, Marin Cilic, former Queen's winner as well, back in 2012. And just a couple of days ago was in the final again before losing to Andy Murray. It'll be the Croatian who will take on Alhaj Bedin, 23-year-old Slovenian, and then following that one, Santiago Geraldo against Sergei Stakovsky. Back to this match though, J.Tipsarevic serving first in this second set. Will feel a little hard done by for losing this first one. Again, Dimitrov very quick to applaud his opponent there.
14.
Another game to love for J.Tipsarevic. He didn't face a break point in that first set. Created 5 for himself on the Bulgarian serve, but wasn't able to break through and convert any of them. Ended up losing that set 7-5 in the first set tiebreak. That's an excellent volley. Knifing down the back of the ball, putting a bit of zip on it.
15.
Saw on the set point, or his last set point I should say, and toying around with the volley. No such thing there. Oh, he almost got it too. Fine effort from the 22-year-old. Another really entertaining rally. I think J.Tipsarevic gave him a chance on that slice backhand, toying with him a little. I think that could have been a winner easily. "125-second rule," Dimitrov saying. Usually it's 25. Oh, these players having some fun. Dimitrov's showing his court coverage though, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. Didn't think that one was going to come back. Again, misses the court. J.Tipsarevic feigning the volley. Two more break points for the Serb. Remember, he had 5 in the first set, didn't convert any of those. Can he finally convert one of these? Answer is yes, he can. Poor game, really, in truth, from Dimitrov, despite all the fun. It's a gift for Tipsarevic. Having dropped the first set, it's now 2-love up in the second. Not a bad way to spend the afternoon, is it? On a Tuesday, a bit of champagne, watching some world-class tennis. Does like his football, Dimitrov. Tell he's got a bit of skill. Oh, brilliant. Exquisite shots from both players. Incredible touch at the net. You've got to love the little behind the back shot here from Tipsarevic. Lovely stuff. Both of these players beginning to enjoy this match more and more, you think, as it goes on. So Tipsarevic does indeed consolidate that earlier break of serve and opens up a 3-love lead in this second set. At the moment it looks like we could well be heading for a championship tiebreaker to decide this one. Dimitrov it was who took the first. Tipsarevic it is who leads by 3 games to love. As well as beating Novak Djokovic in Rome and the Madrid Masters. So pushed Rafael Nadal to a deciding set in Monte Carlo. He has admitted, Dimitrov, saying he thought he was the thing when he was 17 or 18, thinking he pretty much made it, and yet he wasn't even close, he says. But this has been a real step in the right direction this year. There's so much undoubted potential to his game, just whether or not he has the concentration and the focus to be able to get there. And you would think maybe the relationship with Maria Sharapova would help him settle down a little. Super point from the Bulgarian. Certainly won't want to be bageled in this second set. Verve Cliquet, I think. They are one of the sponsors here at the Boodles. Well, it was going some way long. It would have been some shot, wouldn't it? I think maybe between the two players, the one trying more of the trick shots is Dimitrov, and that may be why Tipsarevic has made, or been closer to breaking the Bulgarian serve. He has, of course, got the only break of the match so far as well. Oh, well, I don't think he meant it, but that is quite a bit of luck there for Dimitrov. Nothing Tipsarevic could do about it. Huge miss hit from the 22-year-old. Played it almost behind his feet. So gets himself on the scoreboard, but it's Tipsarevic who still leads in the second set, 3-1.
What?
Shot was certainly on for Dimitrov. Would have meant he'd been love 30 up as well. Chance of getting right back into this set. Still just the break of serve down. Even though he missed that backhand, Tipsarevic is just so good off the back foot. Dimitrov again, messing around, didn't see that. He's a real character, the Bulgarian. Very popular with all the players and, as I say, many of the ladies on tour. Easily done in the end by Tipsarevic. I thought for a moment there he was going to try a Monfils type of shot. I don't know whether you saw it. Haller went through the legs and then did a smash the opposite way. Tipsarevic in the end cracking under the pressure. Dimitrov making all sorts of different types of noises. I think just trying to put his opponent off. But the crowd here loving every minute of it. And he in fact takes his only break point of the match so far. And we're back level again on serve. Well, we're back on serve, I should say. It's Tipsarevic though who leads in this second set by 3 games to 2, having dropped the first. desperate to do better in the slams. His best performance in them so far came a couple of weeks ago at the French, reaching the third round. J.Tipsarevic, an experienced campaigner. He himself, his best record in a Grand Slam was 2 quarter-finals appearances, both of them coming at the US Open, 2011 and 2012. Has got to the 4th round a couple of times before at Wimbledon, in 2007 and 2008. He's got some points to defend as well, going into this year's championships, reached the 3rd round last year. As I say, Dimitrov though hasn't really made any waves yet in the Grand Slams. 3rd round appearance at the French, where he lost to Djokovic, his best ever at a Grand Slam tournament. Before then, never been past the 2nd round. As much as he's got all the shots, Dimitrov, you just wonder sometimes with his concentration levels. Obviously here today against Tipsarevic in this match where both players are just going to be enjoying themselves and not really caring too much about the result. His concentration levels may well go up and down as he tries to entertain the crowds, but in the actual ATP Tour tournaments, particularly against the lower ranked players, he can still be partial to the odd surprising loss. But again, it may just be a maturity thing with him, still just 22 years of age. But he was expected to break through a few years ago. Really big things have been expected of him all throughout his career. You would think this year or next year would be the time where he picks up a big result in a Grand Slam. You would think Wimbledon should be that slam that he makes his breakthrough at. Could well be this year. Choosing to go straight down the middle with the approach. Pick out the low volley. A little lazy there from the Bulgarian. Just dropping his racket head rather than using his knees. Fine returns from Tipsarevic. And again, it's Dimitrov under pressure on his service game. This time it's Dimitrov's depth on the ball that causes Tipsarevic problems. That's a bullet, just the second ace we've seen from Grigor Dimitrov. Closes out the game though, and he gets himself back on track in this second set. 3 games all. Again, good shot from Dimitrov. Certainly put the lob up very high. Tipsarevic doing very well to watch it all the way. Tipsarevic, who's lost the last 3 games, looking to stop the rot here. 30 love. Super body serve. And more good deep hitting from Tipsarevic. And he does indeed stop the rot, and the tape has come off on the right hand, on his right elbow, I should say. So Tipsarevic edges in front again, 4-3 in this second set. So Dimitrov serving 3-4 in this second set. Oh wow there from Dimitrov. Again, not sure he can blame too much of the ground there. It was just he didn't move. Sloppy shots at the start of this game then from the Bulgarian. Has to be careful here, otherwise Tipsarevic could be serving for the second set. Remember, he's already been 3-love up in this set. Pegged back though. Well, for once, Dimitrov not looking to mess around at the front of the court. But he did make a mess of that volley. Tipsarevic taking a tumble. Fine though.
15-14. Out. 13-14.
Two break points saved. Now 8 break points Tipsarevic has had. He's only taken 1 of those. He had a chance there for another one. Couldn't make the backhand. Dimitrov again serving himself out of trouble. And again, we are level in this second set. 4 games all.
4 games all.
Has served well, Tipsarevic. Not especially known for his first serve, but he does pick up a lot of cheap points off it. Intelligent server, you would say. It was quality hitting from both players, but Dimitrov couldn't find the winner in the end.
30.
What?
30.
Second double fault for Tipsarevic in this match. Seems to have all gone very serious in the last couple of games or so. Sure, we'll have more fun and games in just a few moments' time. Not too many trick shots being tried at the moment as we reach the crux of this match. Having said all that, probably the rally that was the most fun was the set point, or final set point for Dimitrov. There was a chance
40.
for the Bulgarian. Not the best of second serves from Tipsarevic. Could have gone either side of the net. Fell the Bulgarian side. 2 game points then for Tipsarevic.
Oh!
40. 30.
Maybe a little over eager to close out the game there, Tipsarevic, forcing the issue on the backhand, pulling it wide.
Game.
More excellent serving from the 28-year-old. And edges in front again in this second set. Now just a game away from taking it. 5-4, the Serbian leads. Just a reminder, coming up after this one, Marin Cilic, last year's winner, taking on Alhaz Badin, the Slovenian 23-year-old. And following that one, not before 5 PM, but with the length of this match, you would think it would be on well after 5 PM. Santiago Geraldo, the Colombian, taking on Sergei Stakovsky, the Ukrainian. Some of the fun rallies that we've seen so far. Lots of expressions from Dimitrov. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Maybe anticipating the drop shot from the Serbian. Champagne flowing all round. Bit of rosé there too. Someone taking a photo of the camera. So Dimitrov serving to stay in this second set. Remember, it will go to a championship tiebreak if he does drop this game. That's how the third set is settled.
What?
Oh, what a shot. And this time it's Dimitrov who leads the applause. Nothing exhibition about that shot. It was just a superb round the side of Dimitrov. Bent it round him with the forehand. Approach a little short from Dimitrov.
15 all.
So at the moment, we look like we could be heading for a second tiebreak here. I know there's a couple of more games to go if Dimitrov is able to hold. But a couple of early breaks in this set, and it now looks very much back on serve. There is the service hold for Dimitrov. As I say, it does seem to have all of a sudden got rather serious here. Very little separating these two, though. First set having to be decided on a tiebreak. And we're 5-all now in the second. Dimitrov wanting a time violation, knowing how much he'd moved Tipsarevic around during that point. Of course, all in jest. He seems to like to wind up and hit that forehand rather large whenever he's got his back to the wall, Dimitrov. He's pushed wide, he tends to try and whack that ball as hard as he can. Not the best technique behind it. Well, if Tipsarevic can win a love service game here, maybe we'll give him a bit of momentum to take into the next Dimitrov service game. And there is the love service game. So the worst case scenario for Tipsarevic is that he will be taken to a tiebreak in this second set in the next game. One game away from taking us to a championship tiebreak. As I say, 4 titles to Tipsarevic's illustrious career, 11 finals in total. Last title coming at the start of the year in Chennai. He was able to pick up 1 title last year, the Mercedes Cup in Stuttgart. Tournament that he played this time last year, or instead of Queens. Best of records in the Masters events. At least a few semi-finals, never been to a final though. Got to 2 semis in 2012, which is his best ever effort. And you would think really last year was his best ever year. To the quarters of Miami, semis of Madrid, semis of Canada, and courts of Paris. So he's got plenty of points to defend in the second half of the year. Needs to find some form. I think it would start with Wimbledon, where he's going to try and find that form. So Dimitrov serving to stay in this second set, 5-6. Making a decent start to it. Finds the sideline.
I won't challenge that one, don't worry.
Dimitrov just saying to the umpire that he won't challenge it. One of the biggest achievements for Tipsarevic in his career was winning the 2010 Davis Cup title with Serbia. Of course, he's good friends with world number 1 Novak Djokovic. That's a terrific slice backhand from Dimitrov, just about finding the court. And for the second set running, we are heading for a tiebreak. Tipsarevic was wishing or maybe hoping that was going to drift long or wide. It did neither. Oh, again, there was a chance there for Dimitrov. I think if he'd committed to the shot, then he probably would have won the point. He won't mind this going to a championship tiebreak, though. I feel that's where it's heading. Tipsarevic, remember, went 6-1 down in that opening tiebreak before Dimitrov finally won it 7-5. I want to start better in this one. Oh, that's a bullet from Dimitrov. Both players almost feeling each other out at the back of the court. Finally, Dimitrov deciding to throw caution to the wind. Exquisite shot from the 22-year-old. He won't want to find himself 6-1 down here. It's a very sloppy start to the tiebreak. Remember, he had all the break points in the first set. Failed to take any of his 5 opportunities before going 6-1 down in the tiebreak. So more break points in this set too. He's overcooked that forehand, so the first mini break goes to Dimitrov. How important could that be in the context of the result of this match? It's quite a late call. Not sure whether that's a grimace or a smile from Tipsarevic. Tipsarevic saying that he did the signal for in and then called out. Oh, what a way to turn that around. How did he get that ball on the floor? Incredible stuff from Tipsarevic. Look at that. Again, I think Dimitrov gave him a chance by playing that drop shot. He's certainly been the player to be a little more generous during the points. Excellent serve from Dimitrov. So the change of ends, it's the Bulgarian who'll be 4 points to 2 up in this second set tiebreak. Tipsarevic, though, could easily have been 2 mini breaks of serve behind in this tiebreak. Again, as I say, Dimitrov being a little generous after Tipsarevic fell over. Very rarely see a whitewash in these events. Players don't want to embarrass one another. Stunning defensive play from Dimitrov. Eventually, though, Tipsarevic are able to just win the point. That was an incredible get, I have to say. That wasn't bad either. And I think Tipsarevic wanting to keep him on the run. So the mini break back for the Serbian. Steady point from Tipsarevic, and we're back level. 4 points all. So for the first point time since the first point of this tiebreak, Tipsarevic edges in front. Can Dimitrov find a couple of big serves? Or are we heading for a championship tiebreak to decide this one? Just pulled wide. Got himself in the rally though, Tipsarevic was able to get the first serve of Dimitrov's back into the court. So are we going to have a match point or a set point? 5 points all. Dimitrov hits the ball so low over the net. Finally miss-hitting one there though. So will be a set point. Tipsarevic just about able to turn this tiebreak around. You just wonder how much Dimitrov regrets allowing Tipsarevic back into the rally, the one point where he fell over in it.
What?
So there you have it. 2 sets with identical scorelines. One going one way, the other going the other. Dimitrov winning the first 7-5 in the tiebreak. Tipsarevic winning the second 7-5 in the tiebreak. And we will head to a championship tiebreak to decide this one. Very little to determine who's going to win it. Just the 2 breaks of serve we've seen throughout this match. much the longest match you can have in this exhibition matchup. So the fans here at Stoke Park certainly getting value for money so far. Number 2 more matches after this one. Next up, once this one is over, it'll be Marin Cilic against Alhaj Bedin. In between that, it'll be Natalie Pinkman who will interview both the players. Tournament compare for this year. Restaurants in the ground, 3 of them in total, so there's plenty of places you can choose to have your lunch. One of them has 3 AA rosettes, so pretty top notch. This year the Humphreys restaurant was awarded that 3rd rosette. It's a 5 AA star hotel.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm supposed to talk about those things, but I think that is the best you can get.
We go to Dimitrov.
So it'll be a championship tie-break to decide this first match here at the BUL 2013. J.Tipsarevic winning the first point of the tiebreak and backing it up. I have to say he's been the player who's won more points off the Dimitrov serve than Dimitrov has won off his serve throughout the match. Just not been able to convert the break points he's created for himself. Taking just 1 of 8 in the service games, that is. It's rather a lottery, the championship tiebreak. Oh! Set up by the powerful first serve. Making no mistake with the forehand. Gets himself on the scoreboard in this deciding championship tiebreak. Tried the drop shot.
4-1.
It's a healthy lead here for Tipsarevic. Too many breaks now. If he can convert these 2 points off his own serve, he'll be almost there. Always missed it. I think Dimitrov had read it as well. He was certainly going there. So change of ends. It's just the one mini break for Tipsarevic. Good positioning there from Dimitrov. Although Tipsarevic certainly would have expected himself to make that shot 9 times out of 10. Terrific serve from the Serbian. Anything you can do, I can do better. Powerful flat first serve from Dimitrov. We've seen him mix those serves up, particularly from the advantage side. He's often almost at a second serve, kicking it out to the backhand side. That one fanning out. Again, Tipsarevic just a little too far behind the baseline. Always tough to know where to position yourself, particularly playing a player with the power of Dimitrov. Must be pretty tricky doing that scoring job. Have to be very quick in between the points during a tiebreak. Oh, lovely stuff. For a moment there, I thought Dimitrov had pulled off a fine slice backhand winner down the line. Excellent court coverage at the net, though, from Tipsarevic. Steady control point from Tipsarevic. This time Dimitrov wasn't even able to make Tipsarevic play off the backhand side. Ball! Well to dig out that backhand. It's another mini break for Tipsarevic. Looks like it could be the end of the line here for Dimitrov. I think they do change ends as well at 12 points. It's meant to be every 6. Not sure whether the players want to though. Well, after much deliberation, they finally decide that they will change ends. He's always one for tradition. Tipsarevic. He's got a dry sense of humour, this Serb. Well, that could be that, you feel, for Dimitrov, although he saw a decent effort at a comeback in the first tiebreak of this match, in the first set. If you remember, Dimitrov went 6-1 up and was pegged back to 6-5. This time, Tipsarevic 9-4 up and has 5 match points. Well, there it is. It closes out a long but enjoyable match here. Gets the BUL tournament underway in fine style. Two players who should do well in Wimbledon. I don't think the result matters too much. It's Tipsarevic, though, who won it. 6-7, 7-6, 10-4 in the championship tiebreak. I'm going to go and take a quick break. I'll leave you to Natalie Pinkman to talk you through the rest. I'll be back in just a few minutes' time, though, to talk you through Marin Cilic's match against Alaj.
A few slips there, you all in one piece?
Oh good, oh good. There's something about this place that even though I am so not posh, I feel so posh with these folks watching me, but I hope you guys enjoyed.
Now, we talked a bit before the match about movement and the importance of kind of getting into your groove before Wimbledon. How was that for you?
Like I said, because all the slips that happened, it was all my footwork. It had nothing to do with the court. Exactly. I mean, I feel that moving is the most important, apart from other stuff, one of the most important things. Sorry, that was bad English, I'm sorry.
We'll forgive him, won't we? Just this once.
As I said, moving is really important. You need to get used to it. You need to know how to get out of tough positions, when to close in, when to go to the net, when to follow up the short ball. And this was my second day on grass after 1 year, not playing on it. So I really, really enjoyed myself.
Well, we certainly enjoyed watching you. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Now, we don't normally interview the loser, but there's a lot of ladies in it. Oh, there they are. There you are. So I thought I'd come and say hello. Hello.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Great. I mean,
You seem to have fun out there today.
Yeah, well, I love playing, definitely. It's also a pleasure to play against Janko, and thank you all for cheering up, of course. Thank you. No, it's a nice game.
Was it grey enough for you?
Could have been darker, actually, but I was waiting for a rain maybe or something, so.
Excellent. Good luck for Wimbledon. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for G.Dimitrov and J.Tipsarevic. Great, fantastic first match. Really was. And we've got another one coming up. So I'm just going to look across to Cliff. Is he giving it? No? Oh, no. You're being called, Janko. Oh, the girls are offering you champers. Oh my God, what are you starting? Listen, we've just told him this is a posh establishment. Don't be giving him booze. Great umpire, and the line umpire's from Alto, so thank you very much. Right. What's your name? Are you having a nice time today? What preparation have you done for Boodles? Oh, they're ready. Excellent news. Okay. So, I'd like you to give a huge round of applause, please. From Croatia, Marin Cilic, and his opponent today, J.Tipsarevic from Slovenia. Let's tell you a bit about these chaps then, shall we? Well, whoever came last year will know that Cilic is the reigning Boodles champion. So he's defending his this year in Chennai, in India, when he lost to J.Tipsarevic. It's going to be another great match. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Also, please, I'll get my hands around the notes. Give it up for 10 watts. He's a bit of a dude. Have fun, enjoy. See you at the end.
Well, hello and welcome back to Stoke Park in this incredible complex here in West London, Buckinghamshire, for the BUL exhibition tournament. It is a cracking bit of fun. And you're seeing in your picture there the runner-up from Queens this year, Marin Cilic, also the defending champion here at the BUL Challenge. He defeated Juan Monaco in the final last year, 10-1 in the championship tiebreak. And you may have heard just a few moments ago Natalie Pinkman saying that he is one of the best grass court tennis players in the world. And that is very much the case, you would feel, particularly having won Queens in 2012, got to the final again this year, and having won this tournament before, would certainly like to go deeper in the Wimbledon tournament this year. But today up against Aliaz Bedene, player who's actually based in London, so not too far for him to travel. Slovenian tennis player, not too many of those around, so does represent Slovenia, and is actually the second best Slovenian tennis player, behind Gregor Zemlja, player who played Fonini just yesterday at Eastbourne. Another Slovenian players you may have heard of, Blaz Kavčić. So they've got 3 players inside the world's top 150, and much is expected of the 23-year-old. Best surface you would think is clay, though, for him. May not suit the grass court. He's won 11 ITF and Futures titles altogether, and almost all of them coming on clay, just the one not on clay in Wuhan. That was on a hard court surface, so hasn't had much or many results on the grass court. So you'd expect to make Cilic the final for the favourite for this one. But with it being an exhibition, you just never know how seriously the players are going to take it. Who knows? Cilic may well try some new tactics here today. You know that will be feeling pretty confident about himself on this surface after reaching the final of Queens. Really was a fine championship yet again for the Croatian. Defeated the likes of Thomas Burdick in the quarters, and then Leighton Hewitt in the semis before losing to Andy Murray in 3 very tight sets. A very good start to the year. Won Zagreb. Was also a quarterfinalist in Chennai, Memphis and Miami, where he defeated Joe-Wilfried Tsonga before losing to that man Murray again. Reached the 3rd round of the Australian Open. Didn't have the best of times at Roland Garros, though, only made the 3rd round there, losing to Viktor Troicki, a match that he will feel he should have won. Lost the first set 14-12 in the first set tiebreak, and that probably had an effect. Ended up losing in straight sets. Clay not his strongest surface. This certainly is, and it'll be Cilic to open things up first of all here in this second match at the BUL Challenge. We may see a few of those. First ace for Cilic. Never commentated on Bedene before, so it'll be interesting for me to see how he gets on. Know very little about him. Knocked down in the first round of Roland Garros to Joe-Wilfried Tsonga. Pretty harsh draw, that one, for the Slovenian. Super start to the match for Marin Cilic. Takes the first game. Barely had to hit a ground stroke. Bedene is only semi-final on the ATP World Tour, coming this year in Chennai. You may have heard again Natalie Pinkman using that statistic. He beat Stanislav Wawrinka in the quarters there, though. Really impressive win before losing to J.Tipsarevic in the semis. blistering forehand winner. Cilic continuing where he left off from the Queen's Club and from last year here. Bedene though does have a bit of form on grass. Queen's Club beat Paul-Henri Mathieu in the first round, and he's not a bad player.